I think many of our church members have some basic misconceptions perhaps about how they should engage in civic life, and there's a continuum. At one end of the continuum, there is, I should not even vote. And at the other end of the continuum is, to be so subsumed in party politics that you are, this is what is informing your entire political agenda. And I think, Jennifer, you have pointed out from your own experience that as we grow and as we learn, we understand that there is nuance. There is nuance here that we need to draw out. And it's something that as a church, our early pioneers modeled for us, political nuance. Mm-hmm. And so, that is why I think the more we engage with our church members, the more we draw them out and we understand where they're coming from and we talk to them and we educate them, the more they will understand that as a church, we can be both politically active without being partisan, without compromising our deep ideals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, one of the things from my perspective, and it's funny, when the conversation begins and I have to go out and speak to our church, I understand that no matter what we say, half the church is going to be bad. This idea that you actually have some perfect phrase that you can give where the whole church will rally around you. We're not really a monolithic operation, whereas there's going to be a group that just sees things differently. And to me, that's where the whole process begins. If you're looking for something where everyone's going to raise their hand and sing Kumbaya with you, and that's the only way you can be comfortable, then you're in the wrong business. But I also think it's important to establish a baseline of how we begin everything. And if we establish the baseline, whatever our actions are, they should be first Christ-like. And if we start off with our actions being Christ-like and based on love, then we can have a conversation regarding the differing points of view that we might have. And in the same breath, I found it very difficult for people to get too crazy if you keep all of your statements completely subsumed in Scripture. And if you give it to them in a way that focuses on the love of Jesus Christ and use what I would call words that don't incite. There's some phrases that we've grown so accustomed to in the pantheon of conversations in our country, but we forget that they're actually trigger words for certain people. Yeah. And so trying to speak in a way where you don't touch those trigger words and try to get your messaging done in a little bit of a different, as Bettina said, in a nuanced fashion. I think that's the first thing you can do to get people to at least stick around and not turn you off when they hear something they're not comfortable with.